sem komma vilja, veri det sem vera vilja, fari det sem fara vilja, mer och minomar, mina laus. Heill Óðinn!
Heill!
It's got to be something with roots and kin, family, northernness, and a belief in belonging to somewhere.
As Flóki's belief in Tirssøn became stronger within the past few years, he even changed his name from Per Rasmussen to Flóki Danabor. In 2014, he decided he wanted to join the group Hefjendur.
The way they show their belief and the whole package of Hefjendur, I knew it right away that that was me, that was the way, because it felt right away.
Her dyrkast Regin Norrøno!
Her dyrkes de nordiske magter.
Reginød, din hellige God! Magter alle højhellige guder!
Non-members like Flóki can't attend Hefjendur's rituals called blóts, where they honour the gods and the nature spirits and they make sacrifices to them. During the sacrifice, members would even spill some of their own blood. However, filming it was not allowed as it was deemed too sacred.
Not that we can't have fun and can't have good times and joke and drink and everything, but we have to be serious when we sacrifice to the gods.
Hefjendur doesn't only consider itself as a group making rituals. Members feel as if they are part of a family of about 24 members who try to inspire other people to find their religious and cultural roots.
So now we have to make sure that people actually are loyal and honest. They have to say if they have a problem with somebody, and we have to fix it before it escalates. So honesty and loyalty, and also you have to back up your friends. You have to be there if somebody is sick or somebody is in trouble.
A trend in founding new religious groups could be seen since the 1960s, where there was a breakdown of institutional authority, especially when it came to religious institutions.
Churches aren't important. You can be a Christian without going to church. That wouldn't have flown in the 1950s. So people are looking for small, local or even personal control, which led to, particularly in the 1990s, an explosion in neo-paganism, heathenry, Wicca, all these same things that we might group together, even if individual practitioners would reject that.
Den første skål går til en af de 4 guder, vi har påkaldt. Odin, Frigg, Frej eller Thor.
Hefjendur worships the old gods as well as the nature and its powers. The group also worships the people, their ancestors as well as their children. Members have to have certain skills in order to improve the connection between these 3 pillars: nature, gods and people.
It can be anything. My girlfriend has had a practice in sight. It's northern magic for 10-15 years, and she can use that in our ritual work. It can also be a guy who can make a website, and we can use the website to tell people who we are and what we think that other people should look into.
I don't know if I'm good enough. I guess I have some issues with self-confidence and believing I got something to offer the group. I want to prove myself, but not like in a pretentious way.
Flokkie now works at a cat home, part-time after 15 years as working as a prison guard. Working in such an environment resulted in suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
There weren't too many success experiences in a prison. And you get a lot of shit thrown at you, literally. So also, I guess it kind of broke me. I had issues there, and that's why I can't take care of a full-time job anymore. Weekend. I do think about as a trueness and the gods when I'm there, because I feel love and I just feel so happy when I'm there and start thinking about the gods when I feel good. But I do have a lot of empathy. I always had. God weekend. Vi ses. Not only for animals, but that's the only thing I see I'm good with. So you see why I have problems with finding the way in.
As well as certain skills members should have, physical fitness also plays a major role in Hefjendur.
We kind of try to motivate people to use their body and stay healthy and eat healthy. You have to take care of your children and your family. You can't do that if you are in bad shape.
After having joined Hefjendur, members say it also changed their everyday life.
I have become really critical with myself. I have like big expectations to myself in different areas. How I eat, how I took care of my family, and how I take care of the earth. And I also need to be both mentally strong and physically strong. If I go around and damage me too much with alcohol, not saying, of course I'm drinking alcohol once in a while, that I'm not that holy either, but if I'm just really being bad with my body, then I cannot use it for what it should be. Both of inspiration, of course, to my kids, but also being there for them. And that come also back to that life is a gift, something which has been given to you by the gods, and that means also you need to take care of it. It's like you have at one point in time been given Odin's breath in your mouth, and that you need to honor.
This is something Flokkie also wants to change. He wants to lose weight to come closer to achieving his big dream. Still, there are other things he feels he has to improve.
I'm also trying to learn about the whole northern mythology, of course, and Hefjendur's way of life, because I find it very interesting that people are so devoted. I would say more devotion than strictness.
I think it's an excellent parallel to how things were probably done in the Viking Age.
Odin, der trækker med vinden i træerne.
But it is absolutely a religion. I don't think it is the same religion as was performed in the Viking Age, but I don't think there are many, if any, modern neo-pagans in Denmark who would make that claim. Certainly Hefjendur don't claim this, I was relieved to see.
Flokkie used to be in another blood group in Aarhus, but he recently cancelled his membership. Until he is possibly accepted into Hefjendur, he makes his own bloods.
I was telling the powers, the gods, that I was here to honor them, and I was expressing my apologies for not being here as often as I probably should be. And I wanted them to let them know that I honor them, and if they could give me a sign that they accept my apology, and letting them know that I would be out here more often. by going back to nature, so to say. I would get back to my roots as well and find joy and happiness, and it's also there where the gods are. So being in the nature, you come closer to them. So that's definitely a part where I could get a lot better.
Nature plays a fundamental role in the Asatru religion, but that doesn't mean that everybody practices the belief in the same way.
You cannot find two Asatru which have the same, 100% the same belief. It is really much about freedom, the freedom of actually believing in what you want to. So we don't have a scripture actually stating that Odin looks like this and this. It is free for interpretation. And I just felt that my interpretation of the gods and also the earth and the people, that I missed a group which actually had the same identity somehow. And then I found Hefjendur.
People have to make sure with themselves that they want to be a part of Hefjendur, because Hefjendur is more than a group, a bloat group. It's like a family.
Heill Óðinn, Heill Tirssøn, Heilskja en fjallny tøffel.
All the different blood groups in Denmark have their own way of doing rituals. This is something that is similar to the Viking Age and even before, when the Norse religion was practiced in the north.
The watchword for dealing with pre-Christian Scandinavian religion, paganism, is diversity. Everything was different, and we've got to think in terms of the Viking Age is at least 200 years long, and it stretches from North America in the west to parts of Russia in the east. People are not doing things the same from place to place, because we've got no overarching organisation. There's no Church of Odin saying, this is how to do it, this is the one book that says how to believe, how to do your rituals. The only people who are doing things are the believers themselves. And they live in small, relatively isolated communities. This leads to tremendous diversity. So in one village they might worship Thor, in the next they might worship Tyr, in the next they might worship Frigg.
On his journey of joining Hefjendur, Floki is guided by Tirssøn, who invites him to Asatru events.
That's, I guess, Hefjendur's way of saying, we see you, and we have an interest for you.
We know that Floki is interested in joining. What do you think about possibly him joining, or when that may happen, if it does happen?
Well, I think it's obviously it's possible, because else I wouldn't use any time with Floki. So I think it's possible, but he have to show himself that he really wants to be a part of Hefjendur.
That means a lot to hear that. I'm quite overwhelmed. I'm thinking about every day how to strengthen myself, how to prove myself, and to become a member. So it will mean the world. Maybe it's a cliche, but it will.
Så for at vi alle får øjnene op for nogle af hemmelighederne, nogle af de skjulte ting. Heill Óðinn! Kom i dersem, komma vilja, i dersem, vilja, far i dersem, fara vilja, mer och min och mar, mina laus.